Okay, guys, this is going to be a disclaimer on the build that I am doing, which is a 3900X AMD processor computer, and I would just like to let everybody know that there is some audio in the background, and I would like for you all to just ignore it because this is my first time in 15 years building the computer, or any computer for that matter. Although I have dealt with, checking RAM sticks and things of the troubleshooting nature. So I am pretty well versed in older systems, and this is my first foray into something brand new. Also, I would like to let it be known that, as I said before, there is audio in the background because I was using the only space I had available, and my dad happened to be out there doing some resting in a chair when a friend stopped by. So, we got to talking and they got to talking, and it's kind of how it all goes together. But we'll see. So I'm going to take these and move everything to the side for a proper unboxing of all this stuff. And the first thing I'm going to unbox is going to be this. So, I wish it wasn't quite so dusty out here, but I work with what I got, so. This here is the motherboard.
Well, I think you got 30 days by law. So.
And it looks like I have a coupon for 20% off Cable Mod cables.
That's probably true.
She's supposed to be mailing the title down.
Did you tight pants? I said, you'll never lose it. She had her feet up to when they're going across the river because the water was first to the top of the horse.
So,
She falls out of her pocket. Can you believe that?
I've got the Tough Gaming motherboard.
Should probably stop bullshitting a minute and see. Hey, I heard you make keys. Can you make me a Ford key? He probably don't have the time.
I don't even think he's home now, because I stopped earlier before I run down to your place.
I don't know if he's home.
Alright, so
He wasn't there then,
first thing I do,
and
it's good to go by the book here.
as I was leaving, in come the
So, remove the side panels, first off.
So I talked to the
So I'm going to put all this stuff to the side, guys.
I was glad he come when he did, because when I get my new roof on, I wanted him to come before the new roof got put on.
Well, yeah, exactly. Did he make it over here?
Yeah.
He did, huh? Good.
He's already been here, so I'm good now.
You don't have to have a permit for that?
Huh?
You don't have to have a permit to do it?
No.
Okay.
We don't think so anyway, or he don't think so.
I don't. I think down there where I'm at, Cass County, the only thing you gotta have a permit for is the sewer. You know, the rest of it you don't need, just the sewer.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So,
Get that figured out.
the first thing you do is to remove the side panels.
Changing the sides. Then there's nothing required.
Okay, all right.
That's side panel 1.
Well, that's how much you can see right through it.
That's the whole point.
Oh, that's the point, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like Chinese on the back there, isn't it? Up and down.
What do you mean?
That there, yeah.
Them are holes,
I know.
and you put the holes in, and you're for putting your they're grommets, they're rubber grommets is what they are, and you put your cables through them.
Oh, I see. Okay. I better not bother you. I don't want you to mess up. North.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, yeah. Now don't break that, whatever you do. I don't want to be
Tempered
responsible.
glass.
Oh, and it won't break?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but it's very hard.
Is it? That hard stuff breaks easy. That's noise. It's phone. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
I didn't even think about it. You're practicing, huh?
I'm making a movie, yes, but it's all the same.
You can edit it?
Yeah, to a certain degree.
I see. Yeah? I'll try to keep it quieter.
So you take this off.
Right, North?
Huh?
We can't put the brakes away till the movie's over.
And you put the power supply in first.
I didn't think about it either.
Say, Elmer, that goes in that box right there, thank you.
This one?
Yes,
This one go in there?
as long as you're there.
This one too?
Yeah, feel free.
All recycle.
Ooh. So I get 3 more of them with this too, which is nice, and these screws to hook it up.
I see it now. Okay.
And this is the Factal Design Ion Plus 660p, which is a 660 watt power supply.
They got the hood up, huh?
And the power supply comes in really fancy packaging. Fancier than I expected, actually, for the 100 and some odd I paid for it. Because I figured this to be kind of a cheaper model.
I can push you over there.
Huh?
I'll push you over.
No.
So this hooks up like this. Yeah, I'll probably be editing a lot of this out, but once I get it all put together.
Sure, I didn't even notice it until you shut it off. I thought,
No, I started it and then I come over here and you were
right.
saying something and
I didn't even think about it. I didn't even notice.
no, you're fine. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
If you'd have told me, I wouldn't have. I think why.
It don't matter. It'll only be on the internet forever.
It's learning curve anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
It'll only be on the internet forever. Now the only question is,
Yeah.
do I want it that way or do I want it the other way?
I suppose about 10 o'clock tonight I'll turn the water off.
Okay, I put the fan in the down facing position for now, and we will go from there. I am going to read the user's guide real quick,
Yeah, so you do the long and the purple
so
one? Is that what you
I will
want?
be right back.
No,
What is that?
there's just a strip out there.
Back, if you want to, we can just go back again. I don't care. You're going
Okay, guys.
You go on, do it.
I have the power supply in, but I'm going to leave the cables out for now.
Put on?
No.
You need a poncho, huh?
And what
Or something.
this
I don't
thing,
want it either.
what the book for this thing says,
Get us one of them cheap
is I'm supposed to prepare the motherboard next.
Get them
So,
with the hood, then it comes down to here and long sleeves like that.
so what I need
Yeah, you can get a little of nothing, you know, cheap ones.
is
All
to
right, well, thanks, Stuart, then. for
get a
the
look at my Trident Z
project and everything
memory.
else.
Now this says that it's for Intel, but it should work, I think, on AMD just as well, with no problems. So I hope that that is the case. I have not tried any of this stuff out yet. This is my first unboxing and everything on all of this material. This is a Trident Z RGB memory from G-Skill. That was the box. This right here is what the memory looks like. Right here, these two things. This stuff I should not need yet, except for maybe the I/O shield. Green tea bottle. I wish it was from lttstore.com. Had to plug LTT somewhere in here. And yes, I know that in all reality I should not be doing this that way. Now, if you will excuse me, I'll be right back. And I decided that since I had to copy everything off of my phone, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I am recording this on my phone, which is a, give me a minute to think of the name now. It's a Google Pixel 3a. I absolutely adore the phone, but I do have one problem with it, which is the fact that the phone, I bought it last year at the end of the year, and now it's starting to give me devices overheating when there's just a little bit of sun on it and other things of that nature. And I want to be the first to say I'm sorry for the wiggling of the camera, if there is any, because this table is a bit wobbly and so on and so forth. So I got an APU, or basically battery backup, what it amounts to. I call it a battery backup, but I guess it really isn't. It let's see here. It's a model number of, it's what they call a battery back. It's a UPS. That's what they call it, not an AP, but a UPS. That's what they call it. Excuse me. I keep squeeze me. But yeah, I'm just kind of whoo. So it's a BN450M, and it says for a mid-range PC. For a mid-range PC with 20-inch LCD and a notebook and a network gateway, it'll last about 5 minutes. But for an entry-level PC, if you guys haven't noticed, this is not going to be entry-level PC. Then for that, it'll end up being different. It'll end up being, according to this, 45 minutes. I doubt it'll end up being 45 minutes. Probably more like 30 minutes at most. That's what it looks like right there. But again, I don't need that right off. It's just there. And I did get the protection plan on both that and my LG DVD drive, which is $3. The other one was $5 for the protection. This was like 23 bucks, $24. The UPS, the uninterruptible power supply, that was like 45 bucks or thereabouts. Anyway, back to what we are doing here. First thing I'm going to do... Oh, I hate breaking these. But this does say heatsink, fan included. I'm very cautious with you. See? I just did a Jay's 2 cents and an LTT right there. But I'm generally very cautious with this because I don't want to be ruining anything. And then of course, you know, that was like the first thing I did was like friggin' dumping the thing all over the joint. So I am going to actually take the time. I have done this before, so and because my motherboard is a 570, it should already be compatible with the, I hate to call it 3000 series because it isn't, I don't think, but I mean true 3000 series. But either way here, actually, this does not look, I mean, it looks right, but it don't look, I don't really know how to put it. Let's just put it this way. I got to see what all's in here because that installation doohickey there that they were showing doesn't really show me anything that I need to know. So I'm like completely sorry I'm fucking this up big time, but oh well, I guess, because I don't know where half of this stuff plugs in at, or where half of it goes, or any of that junk. So, I mean, I don't even know if this crap is needed, to tell you the truth. But they included it, so I must need it for something. Oh, okay. So I see where that goes now. Now the only question is, which one is which? And I guess it's as simple as which one's got 3 pins and which one's got 4. I actually like that. Honestly though, I don't know what the 2 different plugs do, so I'm kind of winging it there. Because honestly, the only one I know what it does is the RGB. I know precisely what that does. But I don't know what this other one does right off. It's some kind of a USB connector, so I'm assuming it's, I don't know, speed control maybe? But anyway, let me see if I can figure out how to open this. So that was relatively simple. Then this, I honestly don't know. I'm assuming the USB actually, come to think of it, is probably for controlling the RGB, but honestly, I have no idea. So, I guess the real question is why do they have these on different sides? Because you would think. Alrighty. So, I definitely do not like that. I mean, it surely tightens it down tight, but all the same, it really freaks me out. Because you don't know what's what when you're doing it that way. Stupid Skeeter. But he could get him a free ride. So it does have AIO pump if I want it. It does have at least one RGB header. And possibly 2. Yes, it does. It does have 2 RGB headers. So what I will end up doing is taking that, something like that, And the arrow, I believe, should be pointed at the 12 volt. So it's been a while since I've done anything that requires such things. So I am, needless to say, a tad, or should I say a lot, rusty. Rusty all to hell. Now I could run possibly this behind, but I'm not going to do that for now because I have other considerations right now. Like the main one, which is, will this stuff here, every last bit of it, actually work? And the answer is, I got no clue. But if it don't work, I do have enough knowledge to be able to kind of figure out what's wrong. So I have the CPU in, so I should be done with this. To be honest, if I was to do this again, I'll have to wait, but I might have waited until I had everything else in the case before I did too much of that. But it appears to work just as it is. So my next question will then be, what do I need? I need the motherboard. Manual. Always consult your manual. Never ever do anything where you're not consulting your manual. If you have a question, this right here is your Bible. Best place to look. Whether it's the case user guide, or the motherboard user guide, or the graphics card user guide, one of the guides that come with your build is always going to do it. So, according to this, if I'm only using two, then I should do the light gray. And these are labeled DIM B1 and B2 and A1 and A2. Unfortunately, this thing I don't know. It gives me an error here. Well, not an error, but an asterisk, excuse me. And I'm not seeing anything that is an asterisk. Which kind of sucks, because when you see an asterisk here, you are expecting to see an asterisk somewhere down here. But since I know how these are supposed to go, again, just got to make sure you're matching the notch the right way. And one thing that's different about these newer motherboards that I guess I kind of like is the fact that the one side is able to be pushed open, but the other side isn't. For whatever reason they do that. I don't know why, but... And obviously, when you guys do this, you might want to... This memory doesn't look quite right, but it should still work. It's just that the center is taller than the outer edges, which I've never noticed before on memory. I mean, yeah, it's older memory and not newer memory, but all the same, it still kind of freaks me out compared to what I'm used to memory-wise. Oh, come on, get in there. I like this memory. It looks nice. I mean, this memory looks pimpin'. But I don't know, it's just something in the way it goes on or whatever just doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in me. I mean, like I say, there's nothing wrong with it, so, you know, I hope. I mean, I really don't know because, like I say, I've never used a setup like this before, so this is relatively new to me. I guess there ain't anything else I need to put on, so I was actually surprised at how little thermal paste there was on that, but alright, so the next thing I'm going to do here is I got two things I'm going to accomplish. These go in here after it goes in there. But so I don't lose them, I think these here will go, I don't know, somewhere here. Just so I don't lose them. Because the little bag they came in was kind of small, and honestly, I would probably lose it. So, the one thing I hate is how El Cheapo these look. I mean, seriously, I know they're not, but they sure do look it, though. I mean, wow. So, in case you're wondering, anything that's in my work area I will be picking up later that hasn't already been picked up, so there is no need to worry there. However, my main problem is usually, because I remember my last build, and it was always a pain to get that IO shield cover in. Oi, oi, oi. Was it ever? This is actually a lot easier, from what I understand. And this sits right, there's a little pin in there that it sits on that holds it up. Now, I could put the graphics card in now, but I'm not going to. Because honestly, I still have more stuff to put on, but actually, I got the wrong bag, huh? One thing to also note, all these manufacturers, they include CDs. I don't know if MSI does, or the AMD guys, whoever makes AMD, whether it's MSI. This is an MSI board I have, but that's not to say every board's going to be MSI. So, just so you are aware of that. But, even though using a CD on your system is becoming widely frowned upon, I guess, because why? You know, when everybody's got like Wi-Fi all over and all that junk, you know, it's like, what's the point? I mean, I know the point, but me knowing the point, and actually, I did the stupid thing again, which was not looking to see what goes where. And actually, I had this right. Okay. Because it does appear that 2.5 and 3.5 inch drive screws are these others. These are the 2.5 and them are the 3.5. I kind of figured that, but go figure. I just had to make sure. I know that looks a bit weird, but I will fix that in a minute here. Perhaps once the video is done, I will go through and try and find a way to deal with this. And possibly the easiest way to deal with this would be to go through the back panel there. Then just, once I'm through the back panel, come back around. My main problem with this, though, is the chassis fan layout. They have a chassis fan, and yet that chassis fan is so close to the plug that the only way you're going to do it is by having it bundled up. And honestly, having bundled up wires, to me, reeks of, you know, not knowing properly what to do. And as I said before, I'm new to this newer stuff. So, as far as that goes, I am somewhat of a noob, as they say. Or some might say a returning noob, but honestly, it's all the same. I haven't done this in forever. And honestly, I don't know if I should be tying these so close, but at the moment, I don't see any other way to do it, so I'm probably going to take this apart at some point and make some changes. And unfortunately, I don't know, I think these are PWM, but they're only 3-wire PWM, so they're not quite as modulated and all that. Again, there is a little bit of a learning curve here, but the good thing is the fact that the Fractal Design case came with 3 Velcro tie downs and give me a second here. Oh, I can, I think. Okay, so I will route. Anyway, I also have the 3 Velcro straps that they gave me with the power supply, so that could, if I'm lucky, give me just enough straps to where I hopefully won't need to use the other stuff. I don't know really what the purpose would be, but I have heard it's a good idea to hook your let me get my power supply back in here. I have heard that it is a good idea to hook your reset switch, actually, into your memory clear for your CMOS, your BIOS. That way, instead of touching a metal pin or something to those two things, you just have a big bunch of stuff already for that. Okay guys, sorry if the lighting's crappy, but as you can see, it's kind of sort of dark out. I managed, I had to get some more data off of my phone on account of, well, phones being what they are. So all this stuff I can put away now, because the only thing I have left to add is the graphics card. I have my other stuff to add to the rear end, but that can wait until it's all done. So, and I won't be needing these or these right yet. I might need them in the future, however. This is my very, very bad cable management. I will cable manage it better, but I will wait until I get into the house for that. And I will be putting another hard drive on here. It's just that M.2, I want to try that out and see how that works. And because I've heard varying reports with this motherboard stating things along the lines of basically it not working properly on this motherboard without disabling Wi-Fi and some other stuff. So I'm going to, when I'm done here with the motherboard, which will be my next stop here, actually, put all my stuff away for the night, bring this in the house, and I will resume filming in the house. I do got some noise going on here, so I gotta check what's dinging, but other than that, once I get in the house, I will be able to, I think, see if it posts. I mean, I have my uninterruptible power supply attached, but all the same, oh, it's just my Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, okay. I'm done with that game for a few days here. I need to focus on what I'm working on, so right now I am going to do the PCH fan before I go in the house. And yes, I know you can't see, neither can I, so you'll just have to deal with it for a second. And I honestly don't know why they give you these, but these stickers to cover your battery with, but you know what they say about RGB, so must apply to stickers too. Make your computer faster and Bleepity bleep bleep bleep. And I don't know if I said, but I believe I did. And I will be going inside momentarily here to do the final hooking up of my PC cables and stuff to my power supply. But this goes like that. And it just kind of sort of, I don't know, I guess hangs out back there. So that's what that looks like, all decked out. Now for this MSI board here, I have some other stuff to put away. Put away ain't really the right word, but I do want to put it away nonetheless. Them stickers can stay in there for now. That can stay in there. That stuff I will be putting in a minute here someplace else, but for now, that'll do. Now, if you guys will excuse me, this stuff I do have to put away, so it's easy because it's all, I do have a couple of fans and stuff to put in, if they'll fit. I actually contacted NZXT, or no, Corsair, for the one Corsair fan. So, I'm hoping to hear back on that one. And maybe I want to talk to some other people, I don't know, but because I think I mentioned it before, but I bought a Corsair fan like really dirt cheap online, so you know. Right now I'm just I'm sorry about the bugs that are probably flying in front of the camera. It's just the way things are gonna have to be, because I mean, I'm outside in the middle of the stankin' dark. Or near enough so. I mean, it is dark. It's like 8 o'clock out, or 9. Somewhere in there. I honestly don't know anymore. Another thing I don't know is where my cutter went to. I'll take my cutter back. Yeah, I watched too much Fast and the Furious. I know you guys are saying, he's gonna wreck something. And I probably am, but I hope not, because the graphics card is nearly $400. It was like $380 some for this. I probably didn't even need like a 8 gigabyte graphics card, but hey, I wanted one, so I don't know. I just figured 8 gigabytes had to be better than 6. I mean, am I really wrong? Is 8 gigabytes not better than 6? I mean, come on. I haven't opened this up yet, so, because I just took the plastic off like a minute ago. So, honestly, once I get all this put back together, I'm going to want to take it inside and let it warm up, probably, before I get too crazy with it, but there isn't anything saying that I can't eventually. Oh, sweet. I didn't check the motherboard box or anything because, you know, that's who really needs to, but I know I've seen some manufacturers and things, they'll give you, like, you know, whether it's motherboards or whatever, will give you stuff to go with your product, like CDs for one. I think I've mentioned, and if not, I'll mention it now. CDs I think suck because they're CDs. I mean, come on. Kind of. Oh. I like them. So, yeah. Really nice to have. It gives you a couple of... And actually, the mech graphics card fits in with my theme I'm going for, which is kind of a Matrix-y theme. I originally wanted to get G.Skill Trident Z Neo memory, but I didn't really... Boy. Holy stinking mosquitoes. Oy. I didn't get that because it was like 130 some and this was 80 some and it looked exactly the same. I mean, very little difference. So, it actually looks very nice. As far as, it looks brand new. Of course, it is brand new, I think. As far as I've been led to believe, it's brand new, so, you know, cross your fingers on that one, but I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna say that once I remove the appropriate... I'm not sure how many of these I gotta remove. I think it's 2. I like how they give you these ones that aren't baked in. I hate them with a passion. I think my old PC had them and I didn't like them because then you can't remove them, and when you can't remove them, well, I'm sure you have some idea where I'm going there. Then they get bent, and when they're bent out of shape, you can't use them again, and oy, oy, oy. I mean, you know, the hits, you know. You could say they just keep on a-coming. I know you probably can't see what I'm doing very good, if at all, but and of course I took out the wrong 2, but oh well. Easy to deal with. That's what I like about having these not just cookie cutters stamped out. Because if you have to, you can remove that 3rd one or 2nd one or whatever the heck it ends up being, you know? Hope I don't have to remove another one, but I might have to. Depending on how this fits, because I'm not even sure how it's gonna fit, but hardly any GPU sag by the look of it, so. I'm good there, it looks like, so. Okay, welcome back, guys. I have my computer set up. I'm still missing 1 or 2 cables that are, I think, upstairs or somewhere. And I'm sorry for the accommodations and the lack of light, but it is what it is. So, these are my antennas. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with all this stuff, so... Well, I know what I'm not supposed to do, and that's drop it. Oh, I know how that works. Okay. So the little thing sits on that little leg. Okay, well, either way, I actually was hoping it was just like an antenna sticking off of it and not a... But these are the cables, and honestly, I'm not sure which ones I need. I'll need one of these, at least, because I will be putting drives and stuff in here later. As for other stuff, might only need this one and not the other one, because actually no. Well, that one might be the shortest one, but honestly though, I don't know which of these is which, so I will figure that out. But I'll probably need one of them. And I know I'll need one of these. Of some kind. The one thing I won't need, I think, is Molex. I don't have anything that's Molex. So, since I don't have anything that's Molex, I won't bother with it. But
so we're just excited about maybe putting a smile on her face. It's a cute little teddy bear for the kids.
I don't know what all that stuff does, but I put it there on account of I can get a feel for what I actually have in my case here. Then once I see what I have in my case, I can do all my testings of different things and stuff. For now, I have this screen here that I hope works. I can switch it out for another one if I have to. Although, honestly, I do not want to. Unless I, like, absolutely have to. And I may have to stop and take a drink of my pop here, but because all this talking makes the guy kind of sort of... I managed to get all this installed. Unfortunately, the Fractal Design power supply does not come with an 8-pin connector this requires, but it told me I could use a 4-pin in the manual in place of the 8-pin, as long as I hooked it up to the 8-pin connector. Or, at the very least, that's what the picture shows. So, I'm hoping that that will not be a problem. Because apparently, if you aren't in the slightest hooked up to there, then apparently it can have problems with overheating. So I hooked it up according to the picture of the one of the two options was to use an 8-pin, and the other option was to not use an 8-pin but a 4-pin in one side or the other of the 8-pin slot. Again, I actually like this case despite the few issues with it. That I have had. They're honestly really small, so I really have no problem there, but all the same, when I have done a successful post, I will do the ceremonial peel of the glass. Now this is tempered glass, and it's what they call a tinted glass. But from what I understand, as I just said, it is a tempered glass. So, although I probably will be adding a fan or two later, for now I'm just going to leave these fans exactly the way they are, as they came from the box. And, well, see if it boots, I guess. And then not only that, but see if I have video. So, bear with me, guys, as I attempt to get up and find where my power supply cable went to. I don't think it's outside. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure it's not. So it's got to be either in the car or in here. It doesn't really matter, because I've got one, I think, but let me just pause here. Okay, guys, I don't know if you can see, but there is a little bit of RGB in there on the front side of the motherboard tray there. Right on the motherboard itself, if you want to be exact. And we'll see if she boots. Right here. So, wow. As you can see, guys, it obviously looks like I'm in BIOS. I mean, hot damn. And it's looking like it's around 39 degrees Celsius. I will obviously be changing that, but as of so far, let me see what you guys are seeing. Oh, you guys are only seeing that. Oh, well then. Not the best view, but we'll see if we can. And supposedly there's a power LED somewhere up in here. It's actually a hard drive LED, but I wanted it to be a power LED, so nice. It actually is posted. And it does show that I have two G.Skill 8GB sticks. I'm going to pause and add some peripherals so I can do some checking in here, and then we'll see where we go from there. Alright guys, I have the machine running, as you can see, and I had it running before, and it is now running a device self-test on the hard drive that is in here, the NVMe M.2 drive, which is actually a nice looking drive for what it is. And I will update you when we are done. Hello guys, it's me again. As you can see, computer is working, but I need to get a 8-pin EPS power supply cable, which I ordered from Cable Mods, as well as I wanted to get a 4-pin as well, so I bought one while I was there, as well as addressable RGB. I think it's the 2-foot one, because it was like $2 more, so why not? And the reason I bought so much stuff that I bought was because, unfortunately, during COVID-19 and due to people ordering stuff from, like, the Boondocks, apparently shipping companies are having to charge more. So because they're having to charge more, Cable Mod is leaving the price at $20 flat rate shipping, but unfortunately there are purchasing limits where, in my case, I had to purchase at least $79 worth of stuff just to get the $9 cable that I absolutely needed, and the other cable that I wanted, which was like $10. So I purchased a few things otherwise than that, and I will be putting I have a third fan in here right now, held in by one of the fan screws from my other fans, 2 fans that came with this. But I have some rubber fan mounts that will be anti-vibration mounts and stuff that are coming in the mail if they haven't already came. And I will be putting 2 fans in here, including the fan that's already in here. So I will also be showing you a little video once I get my little display set built of the computer itself while it's running in its full glory, once it's completely finished with the side panel off. But again, there's another final look, and there's kind of sort of my desktop, and I have it set right now. It's going from green to yellow because I have it set for my CPU temperature.